Bikaji Foods this morning. It's been quite a delicious quarter actually for the snack maker. Revenues up 33%, EBITDA's up 160%. Margins have grown from 13.4 to 26%, and net profits up almost 200%, 116 crores versus 39 crores. What's really pushed the growth this quarter? Manoj Verma, COO, and Rishabh Jain, CFO of Bikaji Foods International, joins us on the show this morning. Welcome, gentlemen. Thank you for speaking with us. Mr. Jain, let me begin with your take on the numbers. From the face of it, volume growth has improved, but it is your cost of raw materials which has come down significantly that has really helped. So are we seeing EBITDA margins which are sustainable?
So thank you very much for inviting us. So largely last year has been very good for us. So we did a lot of effort in setting up right team, setting up right talent across the company. So from top line perspective, of course, so our volume growth is close to upward of 15%. Last year, and overall, top line growth is close to 33%, but there is a PLI impact, PLI income which we booked in this year. So overall, our revenue growth is close to 13%. And when we see fully, our revenue growth is close to 13.5%, close to 14%.
Mr. Verma, you want to come in on a question that Rishabh just answered. We talked about margins, but give us a sense of have margins improved so substantially because your export business is looking good, and I think exports have seen a jump of over 200%.
Yeah, so of course margins have definitely improved, and I think the team has worked across parameters. So the external one, if you talk about, which is beyond our control, was the commodity prices. Yes, that helped us. But in that context, we have also passed this benefit to our consumers, and that's where you will see volume growth is ahead of our value growth. So we've passed the benefit. Howsoever, we have managed to gain on the bottom line is by building on the efficiencies. Also, our new plants got operational, and this is what has helped in this stuff. Exports, yes, has done extremely well for us, and we have delivered a fantastic growth. And more importantly, we are better set up for the times to come.
Mr. Verma, Tamanna here as well. I just want to take that raw material cost question to you as well. I mean, what do you see significantly changing and sustaining for the next financial year? And could you give us your guidance on that front? A, do you see raw material costs at the level they are right now, trending upwards or lower? And do you see growth next year also being driven by volumes?
So, Tamanna, two things I want to answer this on. One, of course, last year was we benefited in terms of the commodity prices. What we see is that it would be it would continue to be what it is for some more time. And post-election, you don't know how things look up. But the readiness, what we as an organization has done in terms of forward purchasing and all that stuff, I think we would be able to cope up with as the things will move up. Going forward, now we expect that a couple of percentage will be high on the value vis-a-vis volume growth. So there would be some price increase. That's what we anticipate in this year.
Rishabh, going into FY25, double-digit growth and maintaining those margins, is that sustainable? You want to just guide us for top line and bottom line growth over the next couple of quarters?
Yeah, so largely we have set up all the capacity in last 2.5 years, right? So currently we are at close to 43-44% utilization. Our major focus will be to utilize that plant. And our target, of course, is to grow at close to 10 to 15% volume growth, at least for next 2-3 years. That's the target we are taking off. And from margin perspective, of course, so last year has been extremely good for us. Our EBITDA was close to on year end overall 16.8%. But yeah, so and gross margins is close to 64-65%. But that's a plan. So we need to build on the same and with lot of efficiency around this.
Mr. Verma, just now a few questions on where you see the broader industry going. We've had huge news in your sector with a player like Blackstone coming in and acquiring a key player. What does that signal for the snacking market? And is there any sort of inorganic growth that you are looking at?
So I think the names you're talking about speaks loud about that this category is on a spotlight. I think, for last many years, this was not as much, seen by the investors and all. But, in last couple of years, there's a lot of talk and focus on this category, which is what would give us, a better runway to play, both in terms of in the competitive environment with the external world, and also will keep challenging us to explore the opportunities, what we can really make for ourselves.
And in terms of trends, again, this question for Mr. Verma, Mr. Jain can come in if he wishes. Are you seeing Western snacks improving, or is it all about the desi stuff that is growing? And that question first to Mr. Verma.
So today, if we speak about Western snacks, contribution is by far higher than the traditional snacks. And over years, Western has been growing faster than the traditional snacks. Going forward, I think it would be hand in hand kind of a growth. Both these categories would be growing almost a plus minus a little bit up and down.
Okay, just one last point. What is the biggest headwind in your view? Is it from the unorganized sector? Is it also from a more health-conscious customer base? What do you see as the biggest challenge, Mr. Verma?
So you've spoken both. These two are the headwinds, but no, more importantly, the healthy snacks is more of a talk at this point in time, and each of the companies working behind it. In fact, we have a bouquet of products which is ready to address these set of consumers. But I think we are a little behind the time, and as the time comes, you will see a lot of products, which are already ready, flowing in the market. But yes, that's one which is very highly talked about. Also, what happens is during the times when the prices of raw material are low, that's where regional and local players, play a critical role, coming up as a discounter brand and all. So that, of course, will be there, different players in different geographies. And I think that's what is the rule of the game, and we'll have to keep overcoming all these.
All right. So health food and wanting healthy snacks is, of course, the next pivot that Bikaji will have to be making. Thank you so much, Mr. Verma and Mr. Jain, for speaking with us today.